Here, Zeus, sit. Zeus, sit. That's good. Sit, yes. You sit. Maisie, sit. Yes. Sit. Hi everyone, welcome back to our Torrey Hollow Farm channel. We've had another exciting week of changes, additions, and trials, I guess we'll say. I have actually a few stories to tell this time. The emus, as you can see, are getting so big, these guys, the babies, and they're starting to get friendlier, the babies, as these two did. As babies, emus are very standoffish and wild, and as they get bigger, they kind of get a little more affectionate. And usually it's the females that aren't as friendly, but mine is pretty nice. But I have a great story about the emus and an incident that we had the other day. But this week we got a phone call from my good friend over at Noah's Ark Animal Rescue Project and Sanctuary, NARPS. We had Captain there for a short time, and Captain is still doing great. He is confined to a wheelchair when he is not laying down or sleeping. Sadly, his spine issue is degenerative, and he will be hopefully finding a new home up in the Northeast here in the next couple weeks. They just need to figure out transportation, but he is going somewhere where they have a lot of experience with his exact sort of condition. So that's a great happy ending for Captain. He is a German Shepherd through and through otherwise. But she contacted me, the founder, Candace, contacted me asking if I had any interest in another Great Pyrenees to foster. And since Great Pyrenees are definitely my thing and I feel like I have a way with them, I said sure, I'd consider it, so long as he didn't want to eat my birds. So my plan was, regardless, even if he passed the test, was that we would tether him out here, just as we did Maisie, to slowly transition him to being in with the birds. So the volunteer, come here, buddy. The volunteer told me all about King Louie and his story. He is from Alabama. He was, I think, probably born as an LGD or to a set of parents that were LGDs, livestock guardian dogs, which is what my two dogs are trained as. And oftentimes in the South or anywhere, in larger areas where there are farmland, they're allowed to roam because you can't fence in those areas. And I think he ran off. He was astray for some time, and he was getting fed by a gentleman who eventually found out that he had been hit by a car. The story is that he had surgery, ended up in a foster, was adopted. The adoption didn't work out. He's been back with the rescue, and he was at a really lovely bed and biscuit. They were taking care of him because they didn't have a current foster, and I am now the foster. Let's be realistic, he's never leaving. He came here after being tested at Candace's farm with bunnies, turkeys, chickens, camels. She's got two as well. Horses, all of it. He passed with flying colors. He came here yesterday, so he's been here for 24 hours. I was like, let's just see how he does. After meeting everybody, we had him and Zeus meet at our park local, like right around the corner. We walked him there and walked them both home together. And it's like he was supposed to be here. I think, you know, if there is some weird way that Zoe could have sent us this boy, it's possible, because he had the same reaction as Zoe when she came, which is very rare. He came in, did a big loop, smelled everybody, thought, oh, that's a cute bunny. Like, he's kind of like interested in seeing Liam, but he doesn't want to hurt a soul, like nothing. So we're pretty much in love with him. He's a really good boy, and we are shocked. He looks a lot like Maisie. He's got some gray on him. He's got a lot of color. But we'll show you here King Louie, and I would imagine he'll live out his days here at Torrey Hollow Farm. We did not intend on getting another dog, but somehow life works in mysterious ways, I suppose.
It's shocking that this is one day. How is this possible? How are you so good? How are you such a good boy? Wow. To be here so newly and to act like so comfortable, it's like he was just made for here.
Isn't it wild? Yesterday. I thought this would take like I was kind of like, we'll find him a home, you know, like he'll be like we figured that he would go to a pet family, you know, and be a pet. But I think he's like happy. So we now have 3 Great Pyrenees. And it does actually fall in order of what I would have done as girl, boy, except he is in between these two in age. Zeus is 3. We think that King Louie is 2.5-ish, and Maisie just turned 1 in August. So we're pretty pumped about you know, the dynamic. He's not a big barker, which is kind of cool, and he's kind of made these two kind of a little quieter, which we think will end up changing. He'll learn, but we're really happy with him. So that's been a really nice little addition that we did not plan for. But we're really glad that we can give him the love he deserves and a home that will certainly benefit us all. This is our male adult emu, Max. And I always laugh at people and their Facebook and Instagram, TikTok videos where they have this awesome male emu. I've never met a male emu that isn't just like this, who's affectionate and cute and full of personality. Their inquisitiveness, inquisitive personalities and intuition, all those things make them just really fun to be around. And they're all just like this, like Emmanuel, like they're all like that. They're all of them. For the most part. And then it's the females that are kind of a little like temperamental and can be aggressive and whatnot. So it was funny. Sean let the dogs out in the middle of the night the other night. We heard them, and he just goes, you know, I probably let him out. Put him away too early. I'm going to go let him out. And he came in and he was like, that's you. He's like, Maisie's still out there and Millie just attacked me. So you go deal with it. And I was like, Millie attacked you? Like, that's odd. Like, Millie, we're now into breeding season. They were not interested in any sort of way last year with breeding behavior. So this year, they definitely are. She has not been receptive that I've seen, but she has been displaying a lot of the breeding behavior. So I don't know if any hanky-panky is going on behind the scenes or what, but I would imagine we'll get an egg from her this year. We'll see. It should happen basically any time now. And this guy is very interested in her. It's just whether or not she accepts him and wants to be his girlfriend. So they've always gotten along perfectly, and they get along great with the babies. They're a wonderful pair. And I don't really care if they lay eggs or mate or any of that. So whatever. But so I came outside to get Maisie and to find out why Millie was being aggressive. And I came out our side door there, and I was like, Millie? And I see this creature sprinting at me, and she was so puffed up, and I was like, what? Like, I've never seen an emu so big looking and so wide and doing this like grunting, snorting noise. And then I was like, wait, that's Max. And so it was this guy, and he can make himself, I swear, this big. It was insane. You are a sweet boy. We just don't like the night now, I guess, because he wanted to kill me, and he was snapping at the air all around me and trying to stomp me. And I was like, oh my God. So I ran around. We have a big table down there just to get away from him. And I was just like, is he going to keep pursuing me? And he did. So finally I was like, Maisie, let's go. So I went in. The next night, it was really dark, and one of the baby emus it was this one right here, Ralphie, didn't want to go in. We were a little late getting home, and it was a little past their bedtime, dark-wise. So I had to eventually, after an hour of trying to corral him to go in, because I know he's in a mood, I don't want him to be the bearer of the aggression at night. So it is to your benefit you go to bed. I had to pick him up, and boy, is it filled with expletives. I was so upset. I put on full, this jacket, a hat, overalls, boots, gloves, and I caught him and carried him to bed. And I was not happy. I think Sean has a clip of it. That's not safe for work to watch. It's my cursing. But he tried to pull the nonsense again with me while I was chasing him around, and I was like, not today, and I pushed him, and he was like, okay, sorry. So he is definitely in his hormones, in his feelings right now, and we're being respectful of him when the sun goes down, because I don't know. I didn't think he had it in him, but hey, you do your thing, buddy. Get that girl.
So why does that happen in the evening? Why is he so nice right now?
I don't know. I have no idea why he's doing that at night. I mean, I'm sure it's just the hormonal. It's probably when they breed and he's having to show his dominance. Maybe a fox came in here and he didn't like it or something, and he was just in a mood and he's just feeling like he has to be territorial. That's what it is. It's a territorial thing. And that's why I'm really careful to make sure the babies go in until they're full grown. Usually it's the female that gets aggressive, and usually, like, if anything, you separate them because of the female. So I don't know. We'll just have to, let it play out. But we do love the emus. Even with all of that, Sean was like, I do love them. They're so funny. It's like, I know. So yeah, I'm always amazed at how much the Pyrenees tolerate the emus, because they can be pretty annoying. So
emus to me are the most surprisingly wonderful part of your farm.
Yeah, everybody says that. People are always like, oh, can I like pet them? Are they nice? And I'm like, yeah, I mean, like, you need to like know, like, will he peck at me? Yes, but like, he doesn't want to hurt you, or like, yes, it doesn't feel good to be pecked, but it also doesn't like hurt. It's not like being bitten by something, like a dog or something. I haven't seen Liam. So Liam is interesting to King Louis. I think we might drop the king part. Oh, you're gonna get bitten by the baby. But I've been keeping a close eye on Liam and Louis. But he's kind of, and all I have to do is be like, no. And he's like, oh, sorry. So he listens, he knows his name. He hasn't learned how to sit yet. We're going to teach him a lot of good things. So we're excited.
He seems so calm, though.
Yeah, Pyrenees kind of are. I mean, other than being a little neurotic and loud and territorial with like their surrounding, like they like to announce visitors and, do their protection thing. But other than that, right, Maud? We love our Pyrenees. Thanks everyone for joining us today. It was really fun to recap our exciting week. As you know, we got a brand new dog that we did not plan on. He fell into our lap and looks like he's going to be a great addition to my team of Pyrenees, my great protectors of the flock. It was really fun to recap our little emu story and the hormonal changes they're going through. Hopefully we'll see some eggs here soon. And, we're glad to have Margot back. We did a little trial with her at the boarding place just to make sure she would jive okay and that they would give her the attention she needs. It's really for my peace of mind and her knowing that I'm always going to come back for her. So that was a great success. So I will be able to sleep easy and be able to go away if I ever need to, and know that she's in great hands, and that means everything to me, as it does. And anytime we go anywhere, our daily care of these guys, their family, and we just want the best for them. Thanks so much for joining us again, and please subscribe and tell your friends. It's so much fun to share our knowledge and get advice and feedback back. Thanks again. Bye.